Hello, everybody. It is time for the Celtic Rain Radio Show. I know it's going to be one of those great nights where we have amazing things happen. And guess what? Our person is on tonight, so yay! We have Jay Scott with us. I'm just saying, it's going to be a great, great night. There's some great, great music coming your way. And look at that. It's 9 o'clock. It's time right now for the Celtic Rain Radio Show. Stop, phone. Stop. There we go. Yay! It's time. Well, I might have a little bit more sexy voice tonight because I've been dealing with a little bit of sinus infection, bronchitis stuff. So, needless to say, if I'm a little more sexy in my voice tonight, you know why. So, you might hear me clear my throat or whatever, but we're still going to have an amazing night. You ready for an amazing night of music? First off, we're going to have some awesome stuff. We have some sad stories by Brian Hinkey. We have Follow the Heron by Celtic Rain. That's right, that's us. And then we have Alo in the Midnight Sky by Earn. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful night of beautiful, beautiful music with obviously my cat walking around in the background, yelling his head off. That's right. You even have cats yelling around in the background. It's one of those nights, people. It's just one of those nights. But you guys ready for some amazing music? All right, here we go.
I can see Till these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for penance and cheer. By night and day we stroll and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. So long may we sing of our solemn and the snow-scented sounds of our home, while the north wind deliver its sermon of ice and salt water and stone. By night and day we stroll and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath
You are in. They are not around anymore because the lead singer of that band and another one who he had several actually passed away from COVID. So beautiful, beautiful person though, and gotta remember him by playing his music because that's what he would have wanted. He would have wanted us to remember him by playing his music and putting it out there because that is his legacy. Well, his daughter, his wife, and his music. So we love you and we miss you very, very badly. But we do have others with us. Mr. Jay Scott is with us now. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. So I've played you quite a bit here and there, and your music is always great. I've done a focus on you and played some of your videos, which was quite fun to do as well. So tell me, where in the world are you? Where are you located?
In Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, there you go. So you're an indie guy. Makes me very happy.
Yeah.
All us indie musicians should stick together and just say, have fun together playing sometime. That would be a blast, wouldn't it? Yeah. So tell me, where did you start your musical journey?
Oh, you could go back to the age of 13. My brother had run away, and Dad bought him a guitar and an amp, and to entice him to come home.
Oh wow!
And it just sat in the corner, and so I picked it up, and taught myself how to play.
There you go. Sounds a little bit, well, my husband's brother did not run away, but he did get a guitar and then just didn't touch it. And Samuel just picked it up and started playing. And it was one of the things that he did. So a lot of times when instruments are just laying around the house, that's such an invitation to a person who already has music in their heart and just doesn't know it yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mom had me go through like, I think 5 years of piano and 3 years of organ. So I was musically taught, but I didn't know how to play the guitar until I picked it up.
Nice. Where did it go from there?
Well, when I was in Bible college, I tried to get a band together, and eventually, when we moved back to Indianapolis, I started a Christian band called Gethsemane.
Oh wow!
Played in that for a year or so, and then life, kids. I had to wait about 12 years because my kids came first, and I was a single dad then. And so when my youngest was 16, I used to go out to open stages and stuff, but didn't really pursue anything. And when my youngest was 16, then I started pursuing stuff, and then I started making my first album.
Nice.
And, I'm on my third album now.
There you go. That's awesome. So it's called the Jay Scott Band, and you told me that it's you and then the musicians that are with you. How does that work? How does that whole situation work?
Like if I play in Nashville, Tennessee, I'll hire two, a drummer and a bass player. When I was chosen to play at the 30th annual Cutting Edge Music Conference in New Orleans last June. And I just put an ad out for a couple of guys and auditioned them, and then they played with me down there.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's there are several groups that will do that. They'll be like, okay, this is where we are. Let's get local musicians. For number one, if you're playing a local gig and you got local musicians, they bring people.
Right. And I don't know if it's about control or not, but I write my music and I want people to play it like I write it. So if I just had a band, well, the bass player is going to want to go, hey, let's do this instead. And the drummer is going to want to do this instead. Well, I just pay them, and then I can say, hey, this is the way it's going to go.
Bear with us, everybody. The internet's having a moment. All right. Can you repeat that for me? I'm so sorry.
Well, I say I hire people because if in a band situation, if the bass player says, I want my input here and my input here, well, I wrote the songs already, most of them, and I want them played the way I write them. So
Yep.
I pay my musicians so I can say, here's the way the song is written. This is the way it needs to be played, and they're getting paid, so they'll play it the way that I want it played.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So where do you play most of the time?
Indianapolis, April 8th, we're going to be in Greenfield at what's called the
That's fun.
Whirlwind event. Been doing so much studio work this last year that I haven't played too much. September, we're going to play a car show in Brownsburg.
That's fun.
You
That's
know,
a lot of fun.
but it is hard because getting even a couple people here in Indianapolis that can play all the time,
Yeah.
and you know, getting gigs so they can play all the time. It's I've gone through. I hope it's not me. I just, you know, life for bass players seems to be real too busy. So
Yeah. Well, everybody wants a bass player, right? If they're a good bass player, man, they want them. Exactly. Well, so what are the influences that are in your music? Tell us about the influences that influence your music.
Well, here, let me do something here. My son wrote my what would you call it, the introduction to me,
Mm.
and it's very poignant to your question. I'm sorry, I forgot that. Okay, Jay Scott grew up in the most musically rich time in history. The 60s and the 70s, great blues and rock artists alike were flourishing and experimenting with all sorts of new sounds and technology. Jay experienced this firsthand in his childhood and adolescence. As the years went on, technology progressed, and much of what made the 60s and 70s great is now lost until now.
Nice. Give us a second, and okay, go ahead and repeat that for me, because for some reason the internet is having a moment tonight. We're freezing up and we're having a good time. We're gonna get this going. So repeat that for me, please.
Okay, Jay Scott grew up in the most musically rich time in history, the 60s and the 70s. Now, this is my 24-year-old son or 26-year-old son writing this. Great
Nice.
blues and rock artists alike were flourishing and experimenting with all sorts of new sounds and technology. Jay experienced this firsthand in his childhood and adolescence. As the years went on, technology progressed, and much of what was made the 60s and 70s great is now lost until now. Jay perfectly captures this musically explosive time in history with his eclectic.
No, go. That should not have happened.
With his eclectic mix of old blues and rock influence, taking hold of new technology to take you, the listener, back in time. Great songs have great lyrics. Listen to the pain in his song, So Confused, or the anger and Mad at You. You can feel the energy in the lyrics of all his music and can be inspired in the emotional journey of his music will take you on. Take a listen to his music right now and get a taste of what you've been missing out on. You won't regret it.
That is beautiful. Your son should do writing for a living.
Yeah,
What does he do? What does he do for it?
He's a pharmacy technician, but he also plays his guitar at church on Sundays.
That's wonderful. Well, you should tell him that he should write as well, because that is quite well written.
Yes.
Very, very beautiful. That's beautiful. It's beautiful to have a son that sees that in you as well. So that's really amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Does he ever play with you?
You know, I got an opportunity when my son graduated. My other son graduated in Grand Forks College, University of North Dakota. I did a tour, if you will, and both of them came on stage with me twice.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
there's nothing like that, right?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, Sunday, me and my husband and my son actually sang at a church, and it's like pulling teeth to get him to sing, but he's got a wonderful voice. And I sat there and he sang, and I was like holding back tears, because I'm just like, mom moment, you know. And I'm just like, it's so beautiful when you get to see your children doing something that is part of your soul, you know, and you go, that's
it is nice. I remember watching Willie Nelson and his two sons up on stage with him and thinking, wow, wouldn't that be cool? And then I got to do it.
And then you got to do it. That is absolutely beautiful. So tell us about this next song, the SMBs.
My oldest brother, Gene, I have three brothers. He wrote the words to that song, and I put the music to it. And my girlfriend added the word obscene. We couldn't think of a word, and the word obscene was perfect for that. But it's maybe the ultimate stalker song, I guess. He saw his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife in a grocery store with her new boyfriend, and so he wrote the song about how she thinks she's seeing him and that he's following her around, but does she really see him? It wasn't. He's saying it's not me. I'm not following you around. I wasn't in the store. I didn't do those things. So it's a really cool story. But yeah, Supermarket Blues is
Supermarket
the SMB.
Blues, people.
Yeah.
SMB, Supermarket Blues. All right, well, we're going to listen to that. You can do a little bit of chair dancing with us, have a little fun. And then, we'll keep going and having a great time. I'll see you in just a second. All right. Well, guys, thank you for bearing with us through the internet can sometimes be tricky, but we're going to listen to some SMBs, some Supermarket Blues by J. Scott, the J. Scott Band. And then we're going to listen to Aaron by Zach Zuba. And then we're going to listen to Angels Roll Out the Night by Victor Sierra. Some absolutely amazing music coming your way tonight. All I can say is we got great music on this show, people. It's amazing.
You went into the market with your new man. I know you thought you saw me behind the can ham. It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. I wasn't playing the spy. You know I'm not that kind of guy. It wasn't me. You went down aisle 5 to buy some pork and beans. Someone started shouting things that were obscene. It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. I wasn't in the store, so I could have yelled you whore. It wasn't me. You're at the butcher counter trying to buy some meat. I know I heard the butcher say, girl, you ain't so sweet. It wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. I wouldn't say it out loud, especially in a crowd. It wasn't me. You're standing in the line, trying to check out. One step at the bag boy said, you're mean without a doubt. It wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. I wouldn't be that mean, you know I don't like the scene. It wasn't me. shopping cart. That wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. I'm not giving you the jive, you know I don't even drive. I'm not giving you the jive, hey, I don't even drive. I'm not giving you the jive, you know I don't like to drive. It wasn't me.
Well, pour me another pint of beer, and I'll tell tale of the one I hold dear, my little lonely lady. Well, she's got eyes that shine like a jade. They can light this poor boy's soul ablaze at night. Cannot escape the gaze of Erin. 'Cause her beauty struck me like a blow to the nose, and my love for her just continues to grow. I pray together we might both grow old in my little rose of Erin. 'Cause she's got a temper that can rival my own. She can rile me up or soothe my soul into her. Well, I just can't say no, my Erin. 'Yeah, she's got whiskey running through her veins. It ebbs and flows, it waxes and wanes, but I would nary change a thing, Erin. 'Cause her beauty has struck me like a blow to the nose, and my love for her continues to grow. I pray together we might both grow old, me and my little rose named Erin. So pour me another pint of beer, and I'll tell tale of the one I hold dear, my little lonely lady named Erin. Named Erin.
Well, you guys, amazing music, right? I'm just saying. Amazing, amazing music. If you have stuff to send me, you can send it to CelticRain777 at gmail.com. That's right, CelticRain777 at gmail.com. If you are not listening from YouTube, you can actually go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky. And you can subscribe and hit that little bell. And it's like magic. It tells you when we're on. It's really, really amazing. But again, all you have to do is be a small label or independent artist. Send me your music. If it's family friendly, meaning please no cursing. Don't make fun of people. Be nice. That kind of stuff. I play everything. Everything. I'm just saying. We do have some more beautiful music coming your way. We've got Endless Ocean Overture by Scarecrow Band from Scarecrow 2. We've got Irish Rover from Celtic Rain. That's right. That's my band. And then we have Pickle Song. That's right. It's called the Pickle Song, people, by Starlight Riot. Because every pickled situation, especially a cucumber, should have its own song. I've decided this in my head because I like pickled things. And it's the way it is. So there you are. It now needs to be a rule that anything that's pickled needs to have its own song. And so Starlight Riot has started this by creating the Pickle Song. I'm just saying. It's great. I can't wait. It only on this show will you get a song called Pickle Song. I'm just saying. Beautiful music. Here we go.
do a little Irish rover. Some of us are Scottish, some of us are Irish, and some of us are mutts. Most of us are mutts.
Most of us are mutts.
Hey! Hey!
In the year of our Lord 1806, we set sail from the cold Bay of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. 'Twas a wonderful craft, she was rigged fore and aft, and oh how the wild winds over. She ran 27 masts and withstood several blasts, and they called her the Irish Rover. Hey! Hey! We had 1 million bags of the best Sligo rags, we had 2 million barrels of stone. We had 3 million sides of old blind horses' hides. We had 5 million barrels of bones. We had 4 million hogs and 6 million dogs and 8 million barrels of porter. We had 8 million bales of old nanny goat's tails and the whole of the Irish Rover. Now there was old Mickey Coot, who played hard on his flute when the ladies lined up for a set. He was tooting with skill for his sparkling quadrille, though the dancers were flothered and bet. With his smart witty talk, he was cock or a walk, and he rode the dames under and over. They all knew at a glance when he took up his stance that he sailed in the Irish Rover. For a sailor it's always a bother in life. It's so lonesome by night and day that he longs for a shore and a charming young friend who will melt all his troubles away. Oh, the noise and the routs will point in the snout, and for whom the soon torments over. For the love of a maid he is never afraid, an old salt from the Irish Rover. We had sailed 7 years when the measles broke out, and the ship lost its way in the fog. And that whale of a crew was reduced down to 2, just myself and the captain's old dog. Then the ship struck a rock. Oh Lord, what a shock. The bulkhead was turned right over, turned 9 times around, and the poor old dog was drowned. I'm the last of the Irish Rover. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Walking down a dark and lonely road.
told you, a song about pickles. It's the best ever. I love pickles. There are people who hate pickles, and I get it, but they're not right in the head because pickles are awesome. Just gonna put that out there. I know. I know. I'm gonna get mail about this. Pickles are nasty. They are not nasty. They're wonderful, and you can't tell me otherwise. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying. What do you think? Do you like pickles?
Well, I'm not of the right mind, but my grandma used to make watermelon rind pickles.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Those were good, but I'm not a pickle lover at
You're
all.
not a pickle guy. That's all right. My son is not a pickle guy either, and I'm just like, what is wrong with you? I must have raised you wrong. No,
Although that song was pretty cool.
it was a cute song. It was adorable. That's one thing. Starlight Riot has some really cute songs. They cracked me up so much. They're great guys. So yeah, I know. I love getting music from all you guys because it's so funny. I'll listen. I'm like, I have never thought of making a song like that before. Never thought of making a song about pickles, but it
Right?
works so well. It's hilarious to me. Cracks me up. That's so funny. So tell me, what do you do? Do you just get to do music or do you do other things besides music?
Oh, I wish I could only do music.
I
No,
know, right?
I've been a licensed life and health insurance agent for 30 years.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Mainly what I do now is I work October through December helping people pick their Medicare plans.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Because all of that is so confusing that everybody needs help. Absolutely.
Yeah.
With that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So yeah, you are the guy. You are the guy that people go to and you're like, okay, good job. So yeah. So when you're not doing that, you're writing music, obviously.
Writing
Yeah.
music. Right now I'm putting the engine back in my Buick Enclave.
There you
Also
go.
doing stuff like that. But yeah, we're working on the third album. Got another 10-song album.
Wow,
Uh,
nice.
Should get back in the studio mid-April
Nice.
and start on that third one.
Where do you record at normally?
At Eddie Prather's studio, Minor Prophet Studio.
Yes, yes, that's where we record.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Awesome place. Yep. Our last album was actually recorded at Eddie's place.
Yeah, Eddie's a wonderful guy.
Yeah. He's been a friend of ours for a long time. Yeah, that studio is so stupid good. His ear is just ridiculous.
Isn't it? It's like how did you hear that? You know, it's like he'll stop and go, I hear a click. What? Where? Yeah.
And he got me in the studio and I'll get in there and he'll say, there was one, I have this crazy story. We were recording the last album and I was doing this. He goes, I want you to go soft and sweet. And I'm like, okay. And I tried and it wasn't exactly what he was thinking. And then we got back in there and I'm telling you, I had a fever. I was sick and I was just like, he's like, I like the raspiness in your voice. And I was like, well, it's because I'm sick, but thank you. And so like, I literally recorded this whole song and he was like, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do that again because I was so sick when I recorded that song. He's like, it's wonderful. And I'm like, great. So every time I sing the song, I just have to have a fever. And that's just what it's going to have to be, you know? It was amazing. But yeah, he'll get you in there and he'll say, just mess around a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Mess around. Yeah, do this, go do this. And then he'll walk away and he'll come back and he'll have made it into something beautiful. And you're just like,
oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you for making me sound like the best person I could have ever been in my whole life. You're wonderful. Thank you for that. He is amazing. Yeah. Minor Prophet Studios, people. If you don't have a studio, check them out. I'm like, totally. It's a free advertisement here. Yeah. Great guy. So when you're writing your music, what is your process of writing?
I couldn't say I have a process. I'll give you an example on the new on the album Reap What You Sow. There's a song called "You Didn't Know," and I was putting in laminate flooring in the back bedroom, and I was using the rubber hammer. And as I was hitting the hammer, I wrote the song, and
Nice.
that just came to me. And then on that album, I think you have the song "Tension."
Mm-hmm.
That song, Jimmy Fennessy gave me the bass line that you hear when the song first starts. And I took it home, and it was like a 15-minute process. All of a sudden, I had the words and everything to it.
And it just happened.
Yeah, it just happens. This album, Divorce, my first album, that's where Supermarket Blues is. That's kind of a concept album because it starts off with Mad at You and then So Confused. It's a concept album about divorce, and
Yeah.
then you didn't know it was about seeing somebody with somebody else, and so it's I don't know if there's a process or not. It's just like I've got music on this new album I haven't even written words for, but I've got the music, and so
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you
that's
think that
like
some of them will turn into instrumental pieces?
probably not.
Yeah, no, they're all gonna have words.
My brother on this one, my brother wrote the Supermarket Blues, and
Oh
then
yeah.
and then he wrote on the new album. He helped me write Reap What You Sow. He wrote Mother Nature, which is just a beautiful song about losing somebody.
Mm,
Uh,
that's beautiful.
yeah, he wrote all the words to those two that song and helped me with. So he'll send me lyrics, and so sometimes I don't have to write the words. And you
Yeah,
just write
that's
the
nice.
music.
Yeah. I love being able to collaborate with people like that because then you get to have even richer music that you
Right.
never
Well,
would have thought of yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the new album, Forgive Me and Magic Bus, David Jones, a really good friend of mine, uh, him and I wrote those songs. So it is nice to have somebody to bounce off.
Absolutely. So we are going to actually listen to Reap What You Sow. Tell us about this song.
I grew up in Minnesota, western Minnesota, in a small railroad town, you would call it. I mean, we had 4,200 people, but there's like 7 train tracks you have to go across.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you played in as a kid, you played in the train yard, and these great big engines, they would look like they weren't moving.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, bam, they were right there, and that's why they're so dangerous. They look well. I think karma is like that, where you think you can't treat people badly and think you're going to get by with that,
No.
and you think that karma's not coming, nothing's going to happen to you, it's all right, and then all of a sudden, bam, there it is. So in this song, you hear what in my mind is a lot of train sounds on the guitar, as well as we got some backing train. And so that's what it is, a song about, doing bad things to people, and then you're going to end up reaping what you sow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And that's I don't know if you can see the cover of that.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria Rutt did that, and she does amazing. She did my divorce cover also. But
Nice.
I've got the train coming down, and on one side it's all desolate, and
Yeah.
on the other side there's lots of growth.
Mm.
And that's you just reap what you sow, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to play that song and we'll have you back in just a minute. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Well, we are going to listen to Reap What You Sow by J. Scott Band. And then we're going to listen to Tinker Toys by Mad Scientist Club from Dr. Malice and the Absinthe Orchestra. And then we're going to listen to Turned and Tossed by Paul Burris. Beautiful, beautiful music. Some of this is brand new. I'm getting some amazing music from you guys. Thank you for sending your music. It's always a wonderful thing to get music from you guys. It blesses my soul, and then I get to share it with everybody else, and I get to bless everybody else as well. But you guys, I'm just saying, some beautiful, beautiful music tonight from some beautiful people. And here is You Reap What You Sow.
to life. We never notice, never convey notions that we know they're alive. Stinger toys love to create as well. Next, Legos, Lincoln logs, erectors pretend to sleep. Find out what I mean. Just be sure to not disturb them while we dream our nights away. Our creations, they come to life. We never notice, never convey notions that we know they're alive.
Now I've been lost, turned and tossed. I've been hung at dry. Come on, mate, I'll get away. I can't even say why. Just as well in this cheap hotel. I'm shot to hell anyway. No matter where I dwell, ooh, what's that smell? I can't tell the time of day. I can't say what's come over me. It's like I'm not trying. Another town will have another round. They won't know their lives.
Sometimes you just need a guy and his guitar. And it makes it all beautiful, right? I'm just saying. Well, we got a little bit more Jay Scott right here. Hello, hello. You having fun?
Oh yeah, that was.
Good.
I'm sitting here picking on my Les Paul to that last song. That was
I know, right? It's a fun
cool.
tune. It's a
Yeah.
fun tune. So I know you already talked a little bit about what's coming up next for you, but go ahead and repeat those and tell us what are you doing now? I know that you have some new music coming out in April. There's some gigs you're telling. Tell us about all that again.
Well,
Remind us of what's
the Reap What You Sow album comes out officially on April 8th,
nice.
and
You heard it
there's a
here
lot
first.
of yes, we
There you
did.
go.
We were talking about Eddie and like the
Mhm.
vocal, the background vocals you heard in Reap What You Sow.
Yep,
I wasn't even in the studio. He did that.
he did all that.
Uh, I wasn't in the studio when the keyboard player was there. He did all that.
Oh, he's
But
amazing.
Tom Woodard is on this album playing slide. Brett Donovan's playing keys. Elizabeth Leibel, she did the background vocals. You know, Fred Davis is my drummer. Jesse Reddington was the bass player. Just my son played Remick Rogers,
Nice.
played the rhythm guitar on Mother Nature. So they can go to jscottband.com. Do not put a period behind J. And just click on listen, and they can listen to Divorce now.
Nice.
And then April 8th, they can listen to Reap What You Sow. And then the next album is going to be called Storms of Life. There's a song that Mark Dixon and I wrote when we were in the band Gethsemane back in the 90s. And I'm going to put that, there's 2 songs that we put together back then that need to be put out.
That's beautiful.
So I'd love to play out more, but being my advanced age, getting things that are tangible is very important to me. So
Absolutely.
we'll be going back we'll be going back and doing a lot of studio work starting in April.
That's
and hopefully get the 3rd album out before the end of the year. Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I understand. We're about to go into the studio as well, so I get that. I've got my poor band. I'm like, we got 4 albums we need to put out in the next couple years, and they're like, oh my god, and I'm like, don't worry, it's gonna be fine, because we totally built our we got a little home studio, and then what I do now. Because I sat there while I was with Eddie, and I was like, teach me everything. And so I learned quite a bit from him, just watching and learning, and I already knew some things. And so I can do the pre-recording stuff, and then I'm going to take it to him and master it and be like, okay, do your master magic, because I can't do this. Yeah. And for somebody else, I could do it. But for myself, you really need someone to listen through your music and go, this needs to be fixed, because you don't hear certain things when you're recording, because it's in your brain, and you've been listening to it too long. It's like your ear is dead to certain things.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to have someone to put some input in and go, did you not see this? Did you not hear this? I'm like, no, I didn't. Thank you for helping me. And so, that process, but I love the technical part of it as well. So for me, it's kind of fun to be able to be like, okay, well, I'm in this process as well, because I love that process, for me at least.
Speaking of mastering, Eddie mastered the first album, but he recommended Roger Willis in Chicago. Nice. And he's the one who mastered this second album.
Wonderful. And, that's awesome.
He did a great job. I've never met him either, so it's amazing how many things you can do. I've never met the keyboard player, and I've never met the mastering engineer, and yet it's a great album.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Well, people can find you at www.jscottband.com. That's JSCOTT band.com. And they can find you on Facebook, right? They can find you at facebook.com/JScottBand1, the number 1. Because They are number one, people. Number
Yes.
one. But yeah, definitely go check them out. We are going to listen to the song Tension. So tell me about Tension.
Tension's the tension that a man and a woman feel when they first meet. And it's a good kind of tension. It's not a bad kind of tension. And I hope it's not too risque for the show. There's no filthy words in it or anything. But yeah, this is the one that Jimmy Fennessy, he had a bass line and he just gave it to me and I wrote, and it just flew out of me. And it's a love song, if you will. And
Nice.
so, yeah, it's got a nice bass hook.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a good love song. Everybody needs a good love song, you know.
Yeah.
I say this quite often in our shows. We play all sorts of kind of music, and my music that I normally write is very deep and, you know, spiritual. But the last couple 3 songs I've written are love songs. They're baby making songs. I always say these are my only baby making songs I've ever written. You know, so, you know, it's the you know, that good old love song that'll take you there, you know. And so sometimes you just got to have a good baby making song. It's, you know, a good love song that just makes you feel good inside. You want to be with the people you love, you know. Yeah,
I'm gonna use that when I introduce that. Here's the baby making song.
This is our baby making song.
Right.
Good morning, everybody. You might get a little hot and bothered. It's all right. That's what it's for. It's all right.
Okay.
It's okay. Exactly.
And it's not even jazz.
And it's not even jazz. I know, right? That's hilarious. Exactly. Well, we're going to play a little Tension. We got a few more songs after that. And then it's the end of the show. It is what it is. It's amazing how fast the show goes when you're having fun, right? It's amazing.
That's great.
All right. Well, we'll have you back in just 2 seconds. All right, guys, we are going to listen to Tension, of the love song by J. Scott Band. And then we have Jack B by the Selkie Girls. We have Demon's Run by Darwin Prophet. And then we have Twinkle by Ginger Ackley. It's a beautiful little tune to end our beautiful, beautiful show. You guys ready for some amazing music? Coming your way right here, right now. Here we go.
I like that look on your face, and I'm gonna love you.
Love you, love you,
I'm gonna love you.
love you,
I'm gonna love you.
love you, love you,
I'm gonna love you.
love you, love you. I met me an Irish sailboy who spent all his life on the sea. To this day I wish that I never set eyes on the ferry Jack B. His cheeks, they were wild and rosy. He considered life's danger his play. His eyes were as green as the breakers and as bright as the light ocean spray. 'Twas a hard twist in fate that was cruel as any can be. For 'twas then that my poor heart was stolen by the young sailor boy and the sea. I spoke to him then of my fancies and thought that he'd listen to me. But he said I was not but a child, and married he never would be. So I fled from the water, I fled from the bay. About him I never would see. But if ever a wish was granted to me, I'd wish us back on the ferry Jack B. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are? Tucked into your bed at night, dreaming of a world so bright. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are? Shimmer, shimmer, little moon, morning will be coming soon. Dancing, dancing through your dreams, all my love around you beams. Shimmer, shimmer, little moon, morning will be coming soon. Moon and stars are shining bright, it's your smile that brings the light. Nighttime dreams will fade away, but love's beauty always stays. Moon and stars are shining bright, it's your smile that brings the light. Sun and moon and stars above, sing a lullaby of love. Nestled in your own soft bed, happy dreams play in your head. Sun and moon and stars above, sing a lullaby of love.
I love Ginger so much. And I had to end our show with that because it's just such a beautiful little tune. Ginger is such an amazing person. Um, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Jay, for being here. It has been a
Thanks for
blast
having
to
me.
have you.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
Yes. Sometimes, guys, just depending on the songs that I pick, the show is usually an hour and a half to 2 hours long. But we have such great guests on, like Jay Scott. He has been so awesome. You guys, please go check out his stuff. Go to facebook.com/Jay Scott Band. That's JSCOTT Band number one. Or go to www.jscottband.com. And that's where you can find all of his stuff. I'm sure you can also find his music there. You can find where he's going to be and when things are going to be happening for him. So please check that out, because this show was created so that you guys could get to know beautiful artists that don't necessarily get played all the time. Because there are some amazing artists out there that are like Jay. So thank you so much, Jay, for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, you guys, you have been listening to the Celtic Rain Radio Show. If you want to send me music, you can send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. All you have to do is be a small label or independent artist, and it needs to be family friendly, meaning please no cursing, and let's not make fun of people. That's my biggest thing. Let's just be nice. People, be nice. If you're not watching from YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/C for channel/Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, and you'll be able to subscribe. Hit that little subscribe button and then hit that bell. It's like magic. It tells you exactly when we're on. It's amazing. The internet is an amazing thing. You are watching the Celtic Rain Radio Show. I say thank you, good night, goodbye, and bye.